Hey guys, what's up? LDShadowLady here, and today I am building 5 different houses for 5 different types of Minecraft player. Let me know in the comments which type of player you identify as, and which house you liked best at the end. The first type of player I'm building a house for is what I like to call the danger player. This player does not care about life-threatening situations, and so their house is probably very unsafe. The first thing I did was pick an extreme location to build this house, on top of a cliff. You may notice that the entrance of the house is a mere 1 block away from the edge of said cliff. I used a lot of prismarine blocks for this build because this player definitely isn't scared of going to a sea temple, and this house has loads of tall towers and overhangs to make it look a little bit unstable. So let's take a look inside the house of a danger player. Stepping inside of the house, we see one of the most dangerous objects in Minecraft. A fireplace. I have had many a house burn down from fireplaces, so I can confirm just how dangerous these things are. Look how close this is to a rug. This could go up in flames any second. And to make matters worse, there is no flue on this fireplace, which means that the room is filling with smoke and probably giving you carbon monoxide poisoning. If that was a thing in Minecraft, I'd be dead by now. There are many health and safety issues in this house. That is just the first one. Let's move on. Going up the ladder. Ow! Oh my gosh. You can see that the danger only gets worse. There is a caged skeleton just chilling in this person's house. Maybe they're trying to do some experiments on them, or maybe they just love the thrill of taking damage. There's also a huge column of lava through the entire room. Fire pits in every corner of the room. Probably one of the most terrifying things about this house is these TNT blocks with levers. Out here we have a lovely balcony to enjoy the view, which is actually quite lovely, except there's nothing to stop anybody just falling off here. Almost certainly to their death. Not only that, we have cactus plants, people. How many times have you seen a cactus and had the urge to touch it, only to realize that it is as spiky as it looks? Well, now you'll have that unresistible urge every time you walk out onto your own balcony. Okay, I put some armor on out here so I could get back inside and then climb the next ladder, which is very dangerous because you could slide off the side and fall to your death. Ow. Or this could happen. But it looks like we made it to the top, just about alive, to find our bedroom. Yay! Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned that there is an attic up here with a zombie spawner in it and some unfixed holes in the ceiling. But if you can ignore that and focus on the bunk bed for a moment, we all know how dangerous bunk beds are. You could fall from the top bunk all the way to the ground and bump your head, or perhaps you go to sleep one night and you wake up and there's a zombie. Actually, you know what? In an unexpected turn of events, the bunk bed is the safest place to be in this house. So let me know what you guys think of this house. Are you a danger seeker? Or did this house just trigger you? Next up is the cute player. This is the type of person that loves flowers, animals, and bright colors. So for this house, I decided to build it in the middle of a flower forest. And I've tried to build quite a realistic looking family home in light blue concrete. I added these cute little flower accents, and I'm super happy with how this turned out. So let's take a look at the details. But first, we are missing something. If we are a cute player, we need a cute texture pack. This will make the build look... Oh. Oh no, what happened to the horse? Oh my gosh. Okay, that's not cute. This is not cute. It's gone wrong. Okay, let's just ignore what happened to my adorable horse and move on. Here we have a cute... Oh yeah, that's puff fish for you. Here we have a cute little pond full of tropical fish and a turtle, because cute players love collecting pets, all kinds of pets. So let's go inside the house and I can show you the other features. So first of all, we have a wall of banners. This is a staple of any cute player's home. Over here we have the enchanting area, which is embellished by these Minecraft heads that look like books, because cute players are all about extra decoration. Now we have the kitchen area over here, which probably looks really ugly in vanilla. Indeed it does. But in this texture pack, it's adorable. So we've got a little music box over here that is of course only ever playing cat. And we have some more adorable decorative heads to embellish the countertops. Upstairs, we have more cats because you really can't get enough of those. This is one of those Instax Polaroid cameras, which everyone has seen before. We've got a cute little pile of towels, and here is the wardrobe with all of my funky outfits. And finally, over here, we have a 4-poster bed with this adorable Santa plushie because Santa is for life, not just for Christmas. So what do you guys think of the cute house? Would you describe yourself as a cute player, or is this all just too sickly sweet and vomit-inducing for you? This next player is the Redstone Genius. These are the kind of player that will invent a complicated redstone solution to accomplish the simplest of tasks. The inspiration for this home comes from Belle's house from Beauty and the Beast. Belle's father, Maurice, is an inventor, so his house is full of random gadgets and inventions, which is perfect for the Redstone Genius. So I started out by building a pretty regular looking Tudor house, and then I added some unusual features like chimneys, a weather vane, and even a water wheel. So let's take a little look around on the inside of the house of a Redstone Genius. The first feature of this house is of course the unnecessary pressure plates on the door, because Redstone Geniuses do not do door handles. So the first thing you'll notice in here is that it is very dark, and that is because we haven't turned on the lights, of course. Now the lights are operated by this switch up here, which instantly illuminates the entire house. This is actually kind of a fun feature, although it does mean that mobs will spawn in your house when you have the lights off. So let's leave them on for now. Now the next redstone feature is of course this locked door. How on earth am I meant to get into here? Well, this is kind of a puzzle. Unless you press the switches in the exact correct order, the door will not open, and the correct combination is this. So we can now access the secret room. Oh, this looks pretty useless. There's nothing cool in here except this button. I wonder what happens when we press it. Oh no! A hole to the void? Why would you build that into your house? So yes, this room is almost completely useless except for a hole to the void. It could be used to catch intruders or just dispose of your garbage. The next feature of this house requires you to pull this lever, and this time luckily nothing bad will happen. But a secret staircase will open up. Now the final feature of this house is by far my favorite, and it is in this area over here. There is a chest hidden in this area, and the only way to access it is by powering the furnace with coal. And this hole will open up, revealing my stash of diamonds. And then to hide it away, you just unpower the furnace. So that is the house of a Redstone Genius. What do you guys think? Is it super cool or completely unnecessary? The next player on my list is the Bad Builder. No matter how hard these players try, they just can't seem to get it right. So for this house, I selected a very ugly location to build, and I started using blocks that I would not usually use, as these colors are definitely clashing with each other. The door is off center and none of the windows match. This one was physically painful for me to build, but it gets even worse on the inside. Of course, the ceilings are only 2 blocks high, which makes this place look really cramped. The rug is off center, the crafting table is down here, but the furnace is up on the second floor, which is just really poorly thought out and makes crafting a lot more difficult. And despite this being quite a small house, there's loads of empty space that just looks kind of ugly. If you guys are a bad builder, please let me know in the comments, why do you do this? And the final type of player is the crazy random player. You never quite know what these players are gonna do next. I went for a very colourful theme with this one and built them a rainbow bouncy castle. Of course, we also need the signature water slide beside the house. And what house would be complete without a huge statue of yourself? So now let's take a look inside the crazy mess of this house. Let's turn our attention first of all towards the giant fish bowl, and it is full of dolphins. Now, as I said, this is a bouncy castle. By that I mean you can actually bounce on it. So if you go up to this cloud up here and jump off the ledge, you will find yourself bouncing to certain death. Now let's take a look inside. Here we have a room where the floor is entirely covered in cake. So random. And in this room, the floor is literally lava, which makes crafting and using the furnace a much more intense experience. And finally, a wall of player heads, because nothing screams crazy like decapitating your friends. So what do you guys think of the crazy player's house? I personally really love the idea of having a statue of myself outside the front of my house, so maybe I am a little bit crazy. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, and I will see you next time.